When you were talking about that there was excitement in the agencies and everyone was all geared up, I sort of lost, what's the next step? What are you going to do next?
It's a fantastic question, really. I mean, it gives us an opportunity to talk a little bit about how projects like this unfold, and what you may recall from some of the great public testimony that's been provided by the Alaska Gasline Development Corp project. That's sometimes referred to as the ASAP project. That's the in-state project. You'll recall that they've described what's known as kind of a stage-gated process. And in the weeks and months to come, I expect that we'll be telling the Alaskan public more and more about how this stage-gated process works. But in general, it's kind of pre-concept selection, concept selection, the pre-engineering, then high-dollar, intense engineering, and then funding of the project. But there are these specific, deliberate steps that are taken. And where we are right now in the project is what's known as a concept selection phase. And at the end of the concept selection phase, we'll learn from the producers what it is that they've eliminated as potential options for the project. Hopefully they'll describe to us some narrow range of options, after which they will further narrow that range and come back to us and tell us, hey, this is the project that we're going to begin doing the engineering on. I expect that to be, we're looking at sometime in the next 6 to 9 months for that to happen. What happens next for the state of Alaska is, again, pointing back to the leadership of the governor and the guidance that he provided us over the course of last year, there are certain milestones that needed to be covered. Settlement at Point Thompson, check the box. Alignment among the producers behind an AGIA framework project, check the box. Select a concept and provide hardened numbers with a project timeline. That's the milestone that comes at the end of this month. But if that box is checked as well, then the legislature can begin to examine what exactly is a fair slicing of the economic pie among all the stakeholders. What's a reasonable fiscal deal, so that the producers can then commit to moving from the phase of the project that costs in the tens of millions of dollars into the phases of the project that cost in the hundreds of millions of dollars and then even billions of dollars prior to even beginning construction. So that's kind of how that lays out as far as the evolution of a project. And I wish I could be more specific about what exactly is going to happen at what time on this project, but we're moving down that continuum that I just described. And so it'll come into greater focus at the end of the concept selection when we hear back from the producers at the end of the month.